Going live. I think I'm live. Check. What is happening, everyone? Sound, video. I think I have both. We should be okay. Sound okay? Look okay? I have my coffee. Let's do this. Okay. When will I shave my beard? Never. I mean, maybe for like a super sick, like, charitable cause or something. But besides that, no. Why would you guys want me to look like a fat 12-year-old? No one wants that. India, wow, greetings. Thank you so much for tuning in. Matt, I'm glad you're enjoying the cold brew, my friend. I thought we would make live FAQs a little bit more fun, so we're gonna give away a pedal. And this live FAQ, we're gonna give away this mini Ibanez Fuzz pedal, which is actually super mega sick, and it was one of my favorite pedals to come off of the Sweetwater Guinness World Record pedal board that Rob Scallon did the video for and all that stuff. We're gonna give this away at the end of this FAQ. Okay? Blender Noob 64. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thoughts on isotope ozone elements? It's free right now. Dude, it's free. I mean, there's nothing to really think about. Isotope ozone is so sick. Elements is normally, what, $100 or something? If it's free, get it. Tony Peppers, what's going on, dude? Music Gear Network. Yes, I got all the Rode mics figured out. I got them phased, and I got them just sounding so good this morning, actually. I'm very particular about my fuzz pedals. I like a really tight fuzz, almost not a fuzz, and the Ibanez fits the bill. It's not a fuzz face. Again, good morning, good evening, wherever you are from. I appreciate you so much for tuning in. I'm trying to do these live things more because they are a lot of fun. Hey Fluff, Albetin, Cubase, or Logic Pro, newbie to recording and just been with GarageBand the last few years. If you're coming off of GarageBand, I would say Logic Pro is probably a wise move for you. However, all DAWs are damn good. Honestly, Cubase is a great DAW. Studio One's a great DAW. Logic's a great DAW. Pro Tools, I guess, is a great DAW. As long as you're not with Reaper. That's really... I'm just kidding. Reaper's a great DAW too. Any DAW you choose is really going to be the right move. The key is to stick with it and learn it. But, I mean, if you're coming from GarageBand, Logic is probably going to be the easiest transition. Why the Helix in the live rig versus the AxeFX 3? Also, might we see more AxeFX 3 presets in the future? I get asked this question all the time. Honestly, if I'm in a live situation, really for me it boils down to user interface, okay? I'm still pushing a 212 cab and I have an IR going into my in-ears. With the AxeFX 3, I have to have Axe Edit up in order to tweak stuff quickly. If we're doing a sound check and I need to turn down something or adjust a low end of something, I know I can click over twice, or I can click right on that amplifier, right on the Helix. I can go into it, I can tweak what I need to, and I'm done. With the Fractal, I don't feel like I can be as fast if I'm using the unit itself. Sonically, it's a wash. If I'm pushing a cab, you can't tell the difference, especially in a live situation. But if I need to get to something and the pressure's on and people are staring at me, I don't want to do that with the Fractal. Also, I'm a Line 6 artist. So if I have something go down, whether it be a Helix or a foot controller, I've never had the Helix go down on me ever, but I have had things spilt on the Helix controller. I can call up my dude Matt, and Line 6 will have several new controllers for me at the next venue. And it's the support that really is what's important. I can get there with the tone no matter what I use, but the support, when you really need something, is critical. And Line 6 just hooks it up, and they're so good to me. I love the Fractal, though. I don't want to take anything away from the Fractal. The Fractal and the Helix, for me, are just the pinnacles of technology as far as guitar goes. Sorry for the long-winded answer. Modern Vintage, thank you so much for the super chat. How is your moderate butter slacks versus the HBE on the 100 Deluxe in that style? On the fence between both after your great reviews. Buying the 100 Deluxe soon? The butter slacks is very, very crunchy. It's fuzzy in a very Doom kind of way. Be aware of that. I would say the BE100 Deluxe gets much, much tighter and is probably maybe a little bit more versatile because the BE100 Deluxe is just all of the mods thrown into one package. So, when in doubt, honestly, I would go to the BE100 Deluxe. Also, I've been trying it out with, okay, so I have a permanently mic'd cabinet in basically an empty closet that I finally cleaned out in an adjacent room, so I can fire up amps at any time, and I've been going through like a madman comparing amps. The butter slacks can hang, but it's very crunchy. Do you ever listen to your old mixes? I try not to. They're terrible, most of them. Here's the thing that I'm realizing about my old stuff. I never gave much credit to how much a room affects what you're hearing, right? I'm going to make a video on this very subject because SonarWorks, it's a great plugin, but it's actually really taught me to listen and identify what I am hearing as far as frequencies go. So a lot of my mixes I can hear back now, and I can just know that they were the result of, not knowing the room or having the room interfere with what I am hearing. Kaylin Saunders, thank you for the super chat. When making a Helix tone to go into a power amp and cab, do you use a preamp patch or a normal amp patch for your tone? That's a great question. It depends on the power amp you're going to use. Okay, I did a lot of research. I talked to Line 6 about this. If you're going to use something that colors the sound a lot, like a Duncan Power Stage, you typically want to use the preamp model. With me, I use the Matrix GT 1000 effects, which is a very, very clean linear power amp. And Line 6 recommended that I use the actual amp sim model in the Helix to get that power amp section, the tube modeling included in there. Good question. Caden, thank you so much for the super chat. 2 questions. What is your advice for bands starting, especially in the Seattle scene? Also, opinion on the new Thrice stuff. The newest Thrice stuff is okay. It's okay. I wish it was a little heavier for me, but that's just a personal opinion. It's still great. The songs are fantastic. Advice for starting bands in the Seattle area. It's tough. Really, I would actually go to a lot of local shows and talk to the bands. Talk to the guys that you're digging. Have I ever mixed live drums? Yes, I've mixed a lot of live drums. For other people. Not necessarily my stuff, just because it's a time thing. Have I tried the new Line 6 Power Cab 212? I have it here, and it kicks. Thank you, Music Gear Network. I have one in the garage right now. It's downstairs. Line 6 sent me one. I have not opened it up yet because I have been very, very busy. Here's my reluctance. So Line 6 really wanted me to use it live, but my issue with that is I don't want to be dependent on any one cab, whatever that is, because often when touring, you are sharing cabs with other bands, so you want to be using and you want to have your stuff dialed into something common, like a Mesa cab or an Orange cab with vintage 30s or something like that. So that's why I'm reluctant to use that for a live situation. I do want to check it out for recording though. Would you ever do a video of a kick guitar? Yes, I do want to do a video on a kick guitar. I'm debating what I want to do. If I want to do like a super cheap one and or actually like do a full-on Warmoth build. Also, the Warmoth build, like the one I would want to do, is kind of expensive. What's your favorite non-Line 6 solid-state amp for small gig venues? Non-Line 6 amp. Small? Boss, I mean, how small? Like, the Boss Katana stuff's good. Orange head? CR120 head? I use my THR-10 on flat for a killer small form factor FR with your iOS positive grid mobile rig. That is a very, very modern sounding rig. Bravo. That's cool. Yeah, Boss Katana, Roland. It depends how small you want to go. The Boss Katana, though, is for its perfection. Let's be honest. Enjoy the video with Warren Hewitt. Do you plan to work with him again in the future? I do. We're talking about him coming up, renting out a studio for a day, like London Bridge, one of those famous Seattle studios that all the grunge records were recording in. We're discussing, and I am thinking about doing a full tilt Kemper IR pack of like all of my amps properly captured, and like having like spending a couple of days just going full nerd on stuff. I'm thinking about it. That's where it's at. I'm thinking about it. What do I think of the Fender Mustang amps? They're awesome amps. Honestly, really, really impressed. Jared had one. It was really good. Caden, thank you for the super chat. I've been trying to figure out an IEM rig for a while now. Very similar to your rig, but I can't seem to wrap my head around it. Any advice? Watch the videos again? What specifically are you having trouble wrapping your head around? Basically, an IEM rig, as I built it twice, is you have to have a source for your guitars. Your guitars go out, not a mic source, but a direct source. It basically goes into the rack, and it's a big fancy Y cable for everybody. The front of house and to go into everyone's ears. Think of it like that. Think of it as a giant patch bay. Stream on Twitch, please. I don't know anything about Twitch, man. Why should I... Sell me. Why should I stream on Twitch? Alex, thank you for the super chat. Katana Air or Yamaha THR-10? I just had my first baby and the Katana Mini is boring. The sound quality of the Yamaha stuff is so good. If you're bored with the Katana, then definitely check out the Yamaha. Those are both great amps, though. It's for me, it just boils down to personal preference, I suppose. Do I think the PV Invective MH sounds as good as the 120? No. It doesn't. The Invective 120 really takes advantage of the big bottle 6L6 tubes. The Invective MH is very, very good. Doesn't hang with the 120. Know any awesome triple rec plugins for recording? Actual plugins for the triple rec? I mean, besides the Amplitude stuff, I don't. A lot of... Here's my opinion on that stuff. I think a lot of the captures of the rectifier in plugin form, namely with Amplitude and stuff like that, and like the Sims in Line 6 stuff, they're not captured very good, or they're capturing a really garbage sounding 3-channel Mark, you know, the first gen Mark 3-channel. The early 2000s dual rectifiers, and they sound horrible. That's what I think. So everyone goes, oh, those sound like garbage. No, just gotta capture it right. Rant over. I'm sorry. Rev D20 or HX Stomp for simple home demo recording. HX Stomp is much more versatile. Zesty, our Dragged Under's bass player, got an HX Stomp for all of his Dragged Under stuff, and it's so good. It's so impressive. It's this little tiny thing. What's a good laptop to get started recording music? Any modern laptop, honestly, any modern laptop is totally capable of recording audio. Period. Computers nowadays are so good. Favorite scale to write in? I don't know. I don't know really any scales. Yeah, HX Stomp is so sick. What tuning is Hypochondria in? All the Dragged Under stuff is in drop C sharp. Oh yeah, I haven't even told you guys on YouTube. I forget. I put out an EP. It's a 3-song EP. It's called Deathlike Destroyer. One word, Deathlike. Deathlike Destroyer. It's on all the streaming stuff. It's just something I put out just for funsies. It's like Cloud Kicker or Russian Circles. Is there a good way to try out guitars before you buy them? I'm between a couple of Ernie Ball Music Mans as my next guitar, but I've only been able to play one or two because there aren't any in stores by me. Not really, man. Not really, unfortunately. Bands that may be playing them? I don't know. That's a tough one. Guitar Center has a return policy. Did I delete all of Gibson's videos? Yes. That whole thing was really, really funny. My post, with the whole Mark Agnesi, everyone was speculating Mark was gone. Here's the funny thing. Like, I posted on my socials what happened to the YouTube, the Gibson YouTube videos. It didn't ever cross my mind that Mark was gone or anything. I thought like the channel got hacked or something. That's why I posted about it. And then it turned into, oh, Mark's probably gone or something. I don't know. But it kind of turned into that. And then other channels kind of jumped on the Mark Agnesi is gone kind of a thing. That was never my intention. I was genuinely worried about the videos. Because there are good videos on that channel. Guitar Center has a 45-day return policy. There you go. Sasha is listening to Deathlike Destroyer right now. Well, thank you very much. Play a clip of my EP. Let's fire up the old... Oh, you mean like on actual guitar? Oh, Is the Riffs and Beards podcast coming back anytime soon? I don't know. I think me and Luke kind of ran out of steam on that one. And also, he's very busy. I am very busy. It didn't turn out the way we really wanted it to turn out. I'm not sure. We're thinking about it. It's not dead, but I don't know. Robert Baker's in the house, guys. Stream over. Let's kill this right now. I'm just kidding. Oh, play on the speaker. Oh, okay, word. Let's see. It's basically, I used a couple of the songs for recent demos, but these are like the fully fleshed songs. This isn't really going to work because I have to answer questions because this is an FAQ. If you want to hear the songs, just check them out. Bandcamp, iTunes, Spotify. Why don't I make videos for In the Studio for Joey Sturgis Tones anymore? That is because I stopped working for Joey Sturgis Tones several months ago. And I have just been YouTube full time and it's been amazing. How good is Robert Baker on the old electric guitar? You know, I watch Robert Baker and I'm like, ugh. Ugh. What monitors have I been liking the most? I mean, I love my my Neumann KH310s. They are right there. Kali Audios are extremely good budget monitors. Thoughts on the Morpheus drop tune pedal? I think that thing is old as hell and hasn't been made in several years. That's what I think. What's the song that opens your riffs? Or opens your videos? Thank you. That's Failed. It's called Failed. It's on... Okay, so all of the stuff that I use for like YouTube stuff is generally thrown up on Spotify and iTunes lately. I mean, there's some old stuff on there too, under Black Metal Bicycle. What approach do you use for writing music and or guitar harmony? Do you write whatever comes to your head, or do you dive into a scale or something like that? I don't know any scales, so I 100% by ear. I tend to gravitate towards minor stuff and suspended stuff. And I love the... I can't remember what someone told me once. Harmonic dissonant melody? I don't know. Tips on nailing down double-tracked guitars. Well, know yourself when you're tracking. Obviously practice and really, really know the riff. But know yourself in that. For example, yeah, beard scale. That's a good one. For me, I know that I'm going to lay down the keeper take, the good take, the sauce, within the first 3 takes. If I don't nail it in the first 3 takes, I will nail it on take 45. And I'm not kidding. In between there is going to be total garbage. And I know that. But I hate moving on and coming back to something. But typically, if I play it within the first 3 times, I'll nail it. Beard scale, mustache scale, coffee scale. You're welcome. Boom. Can you do a video on amp sims and how to set up your interface? Like what specifically? Would you do a live rate or roast? Possibly, yes. I need to work out how you guys could see the stuff. I would have to get someone to operate the stuff while I'm doing the video. I'm working on, I've thought about it. Now tell me what you guys think about this. So I'm doing Tom Morello's Guitar Revolution. So it's Tom, in January. This guitar camp thing. So it's Tom Morello, Billy from A Perfect Circle, Nuno Betancourt, John 5, Vernon Reed, Wayne Kramer from MC5, and me. I'm I'm thinking about asking Tom to do a rig or roast with you guys submitting, or me and Tom roast other celebrity rigs. It could be funny. Tell me what you think. Vintage Modern, thank you for the super chat. I heard the Invective 120 is meh compared to a 5150 or even a 5153, particularly a Stealth. Can you speak on this and recommend the best besides ABL? The 120 is basically a highly modified block letter 5150 internally, with boost, a good clean channel, etc., etc. The 120 is very, very quiet comparatively to all the other amps. Meh is that's strictly a personal opinion. I don't think it was meh. It was a good amp. It wasn't as aggressive as it could have been, and there were some things I didn't like about it. It was a little crunchier than I liked. The OG 5150 and the EVH are still the most insane amps ever. I will say, having been shooting out all of my amplifiers just for my own personal information, the EVH stuff are probably the finest high gain amplifiers made today. They sit in a mix like nobody's business. You don't even have to do anything to them. They're so good. The PV Invective is not an EVH. EVH is, it's perfection. 50 watt or 100 watt, doesn't matter. Have ever played around with synthesizers? Just a little bit. My buddy Jason Burns is really into modular synths and regular synths and old synths and analog stuff, and it's a lot of fun. Fluff, what happened to your JSX? I sold it a long time ago. Like a really long time ago. Music Gear Network, thank you so much for hanging out. Go be a dad. Do all of your guitars have Fishman pickups in it? No, they do not. It's getting a little dark in here, so I should probably turn that up. Wrong way. There we go. No, my Gibson Les Paul is stock. My PRS is stock. My Friedman Vintage T is stock. The Relish Guitar Mary 1 is stock. Only the Ernie Balls, Music Mans, have Fishmans in them. First and last concert attended. My very first concert was a very 90s grunge thing. It was 7-Year Bitch, Grunt Truck, and Rorschach Test at the KSW Pain in the Grass in 1995? 94? I think it was 94. Might have been 93. I think it was 94. The last concert I attended was just a couple of days ago. It was Face to Face and Lagwagon. Favorite IR pack? The Mesa Boogie Pack, oversized mega thing from ML Sound Lab. How does one achieve a searing guitar tone? I don't know, but when I find out, I'll let you know. If you get a chance, can you revisit the old 11 rack or the Digitech GSP 1101? No. I don't care. It's old stuff. That's like me revisiting a Pod HD 500 and then shitting all over it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Will I ever do a storage container video? Yes, I will. Would you ever get another JSX if you could, and why? I've thought about it. And now we're bright again. Thanks, son. I've thought about getting another JSX. They are very, very good, and they blend with amps really, really well. My buddy Aaron Smith has one, and I'm jealous. If I've had a good condition one, maybe. Which modern EVH is closest to the block letter? The Stealth, due to the 6L6, similar modded Marshall feel, and sound to a BE100. Thank you for the super chat, Modern Vintage. The EVH is not... Nova EVH is closest to the block letter. Sorry. They're different. Yeah, they're different. The PV has a lot of low mids and is kind of loose and not tight in unboosted form, but can be tight. The EVHs are so tight right out of the box, no boost needed. Did you have a driftwood amp, or was that Merrill? I was one of the early guys to demo a driftwood amp, but that was not my amp. I had to send it back. But Merrill does have one. What headphones do I recommend for mixing and referencing? Sennheiser HD 650s. These are being calibrated with SonarWorks, so I have a custom profile that matches these actual headphones, and it's amazing. Sennheiser stuff is really good. And by the way, like I said at the top of the video, I'm going to be giving away this Ibanez 850 fuzz pedal. Woo! It's very nice, and it's off of the Sweetwater board that Rob Scallon used to set the Guinness World Record for largest pedal board with Sweetwater. I'm going to be giving this away to somebody. One of you guys, wherever you are, I'll send it to. Best fuzz I have ever used. Ooh. I really like, now this is a personal preference thing, but the Way Huge Green Russian Mini, or I don't remember which one it was, the Ren and Cuff. The Ren and Cuff muff fuzzes are so good. Civil War, it might have been. Tall Front, I don't remember which one it was. I'm sorry. Ren and Cuff or Way Huge. What do you think about the Mesa Boogie Mark III red stripe? I got one and I don't know if I should get rid of it or not. It's kind of hard to get a good tone on it quickly. Yeah, it is. The Mark IIIs are good. It shouldn't be that hard to get a tone quickly, but it is definitely not like a fire it up and go. At least the ones that I've played. Also really matters of what speaker cab you are using with those. Because I don't recall those playing super well with vintage 30s. I think it was that amp. Modern Vintage, thank you once again for the super chat. Would you recommend buying a dual rack multi-watt instead of finding a Rev F and not knowing its prior use? That is up to you. I made a video comparing a Rev F and a multi-watt. The Rev F I just got is that one that I compared to my multi-watt, which I do still have. I just like the old guys. And the Rev F is not that different from a Rev G. Honestly, just find an old 2-channel. Like a Rev G. Caden, thank you for the super chat. Thoughts on Walrus audio stuff and thoughts on Chevelle. I love Chevelle. They sound so damn good live. Walrus audio stuff I'm not super familiar with, honestly. When is Dragged Under coming to the East Coast? Well, we were going to, but the tour got canceled the night before after we drove all the way down to LA. Bruce, what's up, man? What are you doing? I'm assuming you're on the East Coast for work, but I hope you're well regardless. Robert Baker, thank you so much for stopping by. Guitar 5. Neural DSP Nolly plugin is very good. I bought it. It sounds mwah. So it got dark again. You know what? This weather really needs to shape up. You know what I'm saying? High price cables like Megami. There's a threshold for good cables. Now, when I'm reamping high gain guitar heads, I know when a cable's crap. You can hear it. It becomes kind of microphonic, or it will change the tone because it'll build inductance, all that, blah, 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 blah. A good solid cable like Mogami or the Hosa stuff, the Hosa Edge stuff, very, very good and worth the money. Because when I was buying cheap cables, I was having to replace them like annually. The Hosa stuff, with the Mogami connectors on it and stuff like that, or with the Neutrik connectors, excuse me, which is the same ones that the Mogami have. Like, I don't replace those ever, and they're so good and reliable, and I tour with them. I used to think that a cheap cable was, all cables were created equal, and I was so wrong about that. I get asked to make cable videos all the time from lots and lots of different cable companies, but I don't do them because last time I did a cable company or a cable video, it's just the comments are just nothing but, no cable should cost more than $20. You're such an idiot. How much did they pay you to do this? And it's not worth it. Otherwise, I would shoot a bunch of them out. But the comments would be honestly such a shit show. But good quality cables are worth the money they cost. That's how I will sum that up. Do you do any mixing, engineering, or producing for other bands nowadays? I do selectively. If they're good, if I like them, I don't do that for a living, so I am pretty picky. If I can't do them, I usually will refer everyone to Josh, guitarist for Dragged Under, and sometimes co-host of this channel. But yeah, I do. Guitar fetish products. I'm not super familiar with guitar fetish products, to be honest with you. Joyo amps, any good? Yeah. Good cables with repairable ends are worth every penny and will be cheaper in the long run. 110%. 110%. Are you in a Jawbreaker and Jets to Brazil? A little bit, yeah. I actually just saw that a Jawbreaker documentary just came out, and I was like, ooh, save for later. So Winter Nam, anything good? Fluff branded products? No. I mean, I will be at Winter Nam, but Fluff branded products. Working on a few things. Can't talk about them right now, but no, those things won't be out for a while. Thoughts on signature guitars? Worth the hype, name, or cash grab? I mean, all signature stuff is a cash grab, technically, right? You don't see anyone having a signature thing, guitar, amp, or whatever, and be like, I'm donating all the proceeds. That doesn't happen. Yeah, they need money like the rest of us to pay bills and stuff like that. Passive income is awesome, right? Who wouldn't want that? Yeah, it's a cash grab, but it's also a chance to have something you want off the shelf without having to customize it. So signature stuff is fine. I mean, it's up to you to decide if you like it or not, right? Like the Dustin Kensrue guitars. Those are so sick. I got custom painted versions of them for my main touring guitars. And then those, my Sparkle guy, for example, may or may not be a signature model at some point. I don't know. But is it a cash grab? Yeah. What's wrong with wanting to make some money? Are you going to do in-store guitar clinics next year? If someone asks me to, like with Fishman or Music Man or something, yeah. I'm not usually on that radar for companies because I'm not Mr. Widdly Woodley. Thoughts on the Mexican-made Jim Root signature guitar? It's really, really good guitar. I love what Fender's doing right now. Any tips for recording guitar sound for video? Home style, basically decent quality. You know, you can go direct if you want to mic something up. You know, having like some kind of a Zoom recorder in the room is totally fine. Thank you, Mr. Blue Ink Crazy. Thank you so much. Toronto, Canada needs a fluff guitar clinic. I agree. I have my passport. Okay, we're 40 minutes into this thing. Let's give away a pedal, shall we? Let's give away this lovely, if it will focus. Why isn't focus, stupid camera? There you go. Let's give away this lovely guitar pedal, shall we? I'm not sure how I should do this. Okay. Thoughts on the latest clock error? It's good. It's good. Okay. How do you guys win? What should we do? Okay, if you want to enter this pedal, see, here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I do with the Patreon stream. Comment, and then I basically scroll up, and wherever the mouse is and where it stops is who wins, right? So right now is your chance. If you want to enter to win this fuzz pedal, comment F for fluff. And I'll let you do that for a minute or two. Comment F for fluff. And I'll put the mouse at the bottom of the window. And I'm going to scroll up, and wherever the mouse lands, that's who wins. Cool? F for fluff. Or fuzz. Gee, good God, you guys. You know what? I didn't expect it to go that crazy. Okay. Good Lord. Okay. It's still... Alright. I'm gonna scroll up. Okay, stop. I can't... I can't... Okay, there we go. Who's this? Rodney Rodster. Rodney Rodster, you won yourself a fuzz pedal. Let's scroll back down. Rodney, congratulations, my friend. You have won a fuzz pedal. Why isn't my camera's just like, no, I don't want to look at it. There you go. This is yours, buddy. I hope you don't live very far. Let's see. This is why I love you guys. You guys are happy for him. And we'll do this. You know what? Every time we do a live FAQ Monday, we're going to do a giveaway of something. Okay? Cool. I want to give you guys more stuff. And I will also include some fluff picks. Some of these guys. And I will also give you some brand new fluff bobblehead stickers. Cool? Oh, stupid weather. Let's see. Make this. There we go. Okay. Rodney, email me your address. Fluff191@gmail, bruh. Sorry about the caps. Fuzzy Rod. Let's call him Fuzzy Rod. Fuzzy Rod won a fuzz. How fuzzy was he, Rod? Rappin' Rodney. You know, we could do a lot of that name. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. This is fun. This is probably the funnest live stream today. This is pretty fun. Appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Tomorrow's video is, I don't know what it should be. Amp shootout. I have an amp shootout on deck. EVH versus the rectifier. You want to see that? Probably do that one. Appreciate you all. Love you all. I'm going to go get some lunch. And I'm going to go ship this pedal off to Rodney if he emails me in time. And yeah. Heart you guys. I will see you. Oh, last minute super chat. Late enjoyment shouting out. Oh, shouting you a coffee. Oh, dude, thank you so much. You know what? I will go get a coffee on you. Thank you so much. Fluff beanies. I could look into that. I will look into beanies. I heart you guys so much. Thank you. I will see you soon. And be well to each other as always. Fluff out.